everyone. Today is currently January 3rd, 2025, and it's currently 11:17 p.m. I would never hurt myself regardless who's gang stalking me or who's threatening my life behind the scene. And I say that respectfully. Never give up on yourself because someone overlooked you. And I say that respectfully to the genuine ones with no malicious intentions. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. Fear is what made you. They would never understand the root of that. Hold on 1 second, a distraction couldn't stop you. Stop you from pouring into yourself when you was far from fake. They would never understand the test of time at the end of the day relating to you. The challenge that you actually had to take the opportunity not to lose yourself when it come to having that mental breakdown. When certain folks already pained you out to be mentally unstable at the end of the day because they wanted you to crash out. They was plotting on your next move, sending spell work in a toxic way, all because you understood to be comfortable in your own skin. They would never understand that. Hold on 1 second, you actually confused the devil. They watching your every move when it come to gang stalking. They got your schedule. Hold on 1 second. They actually enhancing at the end of the day. They know your every move when it come to plotting on you, all because they trying to discourage you. But God's showing you the devil low on the enemy. They would never understand that. Hold on 1 second. Balance is different when you didn't have to shortchange your vision. When you pray to go within, certain folks will never understand. Hold on 1 second. It wasn't tick for tack at the end day when I was willing to choose myself to understand God's plan. We don't pray the same, but when you fall from a hey, that energy is different. They would never understand that your hobby is different. That hold on 1 second, it was being authentic. You ain't have to try hard at the end of the day. You ain't have to be part of someone's script when it comes to hold on 1 second. Their insecurities in a toxic way. How chicks and dudes and different tags back and try to school you, to humble you, or because you understood a fully come relate to confidence. It be the train of thought for me. How when you on a certain assignment at the end, they being authentic, you didn't have to be a hate at the end of the day. Or because hold on 1 second, wasn't trying to destroy yourself, or because communication. Always be yourself when you're a piece of work. They would never understand it was actually normal to get to know you. They made it difficult, all because you didn't have to get physical. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. Today is currently January 3rd, 2005. No, ever trade off me, God darn it. My content about that. Okay, no, ever trade it off for me. You ever mind your business, whatever the case may be? You ever decide to say I'm going to go to the barber shop today or whatever the case may be? No ever trade on me. Don't ever tweet. I want to be on the same goddamn page. Only to realize at the end of the day, this goddamn motherfucker decided to say, you know what? Your points start right here when it comes to your shape up. Mind you, you didn't go in there like that. No ever trade on me. They made your points pushed it all the way back to the back. Now they want to push this spray on you like a bad habitat. No ever trade off me. I didn't sign up for this fake bullshit conversation. It's the train thought for me. How this type of bullshit actually happens. Chicks and dudes will be on assignment trying to ruin your reputation, all because you got God's knowledge. How they try to ruin your reputation, all because, hold on 1 second, you ain't have to go tick for tack with somebody that was hurting themselves with their own vocabulary, confidence. It be the train of thought for me. How chicks and dudes will have this mindset of hatery, all because they understood that, hold on 1 second, your projection was God's rejection. Your projection was your favor in life. Your projection is different. They would never understand the hands of time, loving yourself, the better yourself, your heart actually works, regardless of what you was going through. When they said that you was dysfunctional, always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. Love yourself, don't dim your lights. 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 Wow. What you was chasing, they couldn't relate to. Didn't matter what day of the week. At the end of the day, hold on 1 second, our time zone damn sure wasn't the same. They said at the end of that you wasn't worthy when they was trying to distract you. I understand at the end of the day, you didn't have to promote fake. Being authentic because it was within you at the end of the day. Being real. How your story never had to switch up when certain folks tried to project, hold on 1 second, you was the joke. They want you to be behind the end of the day. They didn't want you to prosper when it come to hold on 1 second, having confidence. They wanted your back to be against the wall so you could control the narrative. Missing out on a blessing, it was within you at the end of the day. Hold on 1 second, it wasn't stopping you. Choosing yourself because you was the blessing. They would never understand at the end of the day, you are worthy. My content is not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. Loving yourself is not a crime. It's not. Never give up on yourself because someone sees potential within you. And they willing to disrespect you at any cost. They willing to change the story at the end of the day to make themselves look like a superhero, but never give up on yourself. When I say that respectfully, fall from a hater. They say ain't nobody rooting for you at the end of the day. You ain't got a fan base, but hold on one second, God was your biggest cheerleader. They would never understand that, hold on one second, you overcame certain mistakes in your life. Wasn't running from your reflection. They would never understand God's quality is different. Even when folks in the background trying to send you spell work in a toxic way, minds in your every move, trying to get rid of you like trash at the end of the day. But God was showing you your potential. You never give up, I got you. You know you're going to try to have your back against the wall, but you wasn't picking sides when it come to, hold on one second, bettering yourself. They wanted you to be paid out to be a crash out the end of the day because you understood what your worth was. You know, my content is not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. They want to dismiss you like trash. They was really bragging at the end of the day because you truly had potential when you understood your stand. Understood that, hold on one second, that flex is different when God had a better plan. They would never understand a dream that they can relate to. Hold on one second, it was only your point of view. Understanding why enemies try to distract you. Hold on one second, they made you a personal priority at the end of the day to keep up with you. Like a bad habit at the end of the day. You would have swore they was a crack at it all because, hold on one second, while they monitoring you. Like a, hold on one second, astral traveling, mind seeing every move from point A to Z when you didn't have to get physical. How this type of stuff actually happens. Loving yourself to better yourself. They would never understand. At the end of the day, I wasn't trying to live in fear. You know, being authentic will bother certain folks' mental health. They say get your life together, but they the same ones praying on your downfall. It be the chain of thought for me because you smiling more. You know, maintain a conversation they can relate to. That was confidence. Started with them. At the end of the day, they would never understand you had to play with spell work in a toxic way to understand the hold on one second. I have to go take for tack with someone. They understand their own comprehension. Hold on one second, their own confidence. How someone's insecurity try to be projected on you, or because you didn't have to get physical because you believe, hold on one second, faith is different. Because it wasn't competition when someone tried to humble you. You know, always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. You know, loving yourself is not a crime. It's not. And it's not a crime to be authentic. No, it's not. No, for real, I don't know what's wrong with people. No, the chain throws me. You know, loving yourself is not a crime. I love to talk about love. Love is real, love is one of a kind, but the right one truly for you. The fact that someone didn't have to try hard, it wasn't about numbers at the end of the day when someone actually was grinding hard. Emotionally intelligent at the end of the day, who would have knew someone valuing your time? Hold on one second, wasn't trying to play with your mind games. You know, someone was trying to project mind games. You know, someone wasn't trying to play mind games. Someone was trying to rob you of your growth. Someone was trying to disrespect you because they wanted to see you woke. Someone didn't dismiss your feelings at the ending because it was truly irrelevant. You know, someone showed you, actually spoke loud and words loving you. Hold on one second, wasn't pretending. Someone sees you, hears you, respects you. That energy is different at the end of the day. Even when the outside world try to dim your light, when it comes to their pain, it be the train of thought for me. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. Because when the right person walks into your life, they didn't have to pretend to be your piece. Hold on one second. Equal up his differently. I may not make sense to the average person, but when the right person walks into your life, they wasn't trying to have their cake and eat it too, besides love you, not project pain. They wasn't trying to dibble and dabble, but spoke when it came to your time and day to get you at the end of the day. It's like at your free will. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. That's the energy is different when someone to show you it was far from pointless conversation when it comes to maturing a beautiful future ahead. You know, someone allows you to see why you gave them access to your heart Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And just because moments, the energy is different. How someone truly sees you, hears you, respects you, who would have knew that true love wasn't complicated? Only has to hold on a second to love you like they didn't have to dish you. You know, someone's trying to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially. Someone actually sees you, hears you, respects you at the end of the day with no misintentions. Someone loving you, respecting you, being loyal. Did I say respecting you? Genuine and kind at the end of the day. Didn't have to switch up when it came to having the heart. Being on the same page, the energy is different. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. Someone praying for not against you. Someone sees your value at the end of the day. They wasn't trying to dim your light when it came to, hold on one second, dimming your light to dim your light to make you frown. Dim your light because they know how to fix your crown. Even when someone get lost in your words, just like you, because you're going to have good, bad days, sick days at the end of the day. The love of your life still hates you. I'm not here, genuine respect. My content is everybody, and I say that respectfully. I would never hurt myself regardless who's threatening my life or disrespecting me. And I say that respectfully. Just because someone says you don't have potential, that does not mean give up on yourself. And I say that respectfully. I'm not here, genuine respect, and I'm far from a hater. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone. I always have since day one. Loving yourself is not a crime. Always be yourself. Today is currently January 3rd, 2005. I go live every night on YouTube at 10:15 p.m. I'm on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and YouTube. Always be yourself with all my intentions. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone. Never give up on yourself because someone's in the background wants to dim your light, or someone's in the background and look at you like competition. You mad and you're worthy. I don't worship the devil good day, bad day, or misunderstand day. I would never hurt myself regardless who's trying to blackmail me against me. And I say that respectfully. You know, gang stalking is real towards your household, and you're not doing it for likes and views or clout chasing or fame. And I say that respectfully. Loving yourself is not a crime.
No, it's a trait on me. Always be yourself and don't molest it. I gotta go stop the violence.
You ever been money, been within money, been...
No, it's a trait though for me.
You ever been somewhere at the end of the day when you had to regroup your whole train of thought when you a popular loner or you that single person at the end of the day and you decide to say,
why? It's the trait over me.
You decide to participate in the family event or whatever the case may be. No, it's the train over me. Why?
No, for real, for real.
Because now you regrouping your whole goddamn day and saying to yourself, I should have stayed in my bed.
No, it's the trait over me. How did you give yourself a whole goddamn headache?
No, it's the train over me. When you realize you didn't sign up for your family shenanigans to that, then they only realize you became a referee.
It's the trait on me. I wasn't trying to be in between nobody goddamn blessings when it comes to, hold on 1 second. It's the trait on me because someone didn't want to choose themselves today.
No, for real. They were trying to shortchange someone's goddamn life, and hold on 1 second, I got in the mix of the bullshit. It's the train though for me. How this type of stuff actually happens. How folks start to have mixed emotions about each other. Or because someone wanted to pursue something to do better. Someone didn't want someone to become their best self vision of themselves. Or because someone knew how to be humble. Regardless, they came from poverty or pain. You'd be so surprised to be your own family in an unhealthy way. But who would have knew that the right folks see you, respect you at the end of the day with no malicious intention? That energy is different when it comes to having karma. There's no in between. We all don't pray the same, but I'm far from a hater and have to pretend because God was never for sale. Hold on 1 second. LOV is different. I'm not here, genuine respect that I would never hurt myself. Regardless trying to blackmail me against me, I would never give myself. Not a crime to be authentic. Always be yourself. Today's currently January 3rd, 2005. I'm Naya, genuine respect. South the Vines. Have a good day.